it beginning again? What's up, everyone? I bet we're all excited for the return of Blaseball with Season 12. But I bet we've got some newcomers out there who want to know what happened in Seasons 1 through 11. It's time for the Blaseball Roundup. The first ever season of Blaseball began with 20 teams just playing ball. Things started to go wrong almost immediately. At the end of Season 1, fans were given 3 options to change Blaseball. They could start relegating teams, redistributing wealth, or they could open Blaseball's forbidden rulebook, which, I can't overstate this, they were warned away from several times. Fans voted overwhelmingly to open the forbidden book, revealing some of Blaseball's rules and plunging the game into what became known as the Discipline era. Seattle Garage's pitcher Jalen Hotdog Fingers promptly burst into flames in Blaseball's first recorded fatality. The Moab Desert was swallowed by a hellmouth, and from this point onwards, Blaseball players would be randomly incinerated by rogue umpires. I've got a useful chart for you here. The Discipline era would last 9 seasons and see exactly 0 people being disciplined. Your champions for Season 1? The Philly Pies! Your champion for Season 2, the Philly Pies! Don't get too excited, Philadelphians. This is very much the high watermark for the Pies. Today they're something of an oven-ready disaster. The figure who would define the Discipline era, however, first appeared in Season 3. This is when fans were first permitted to buy peanuts. However, in a display of open rebellion or boredom or hunger, some fans began manipulating Blaseball's nascent peanut economy to come into possession of both infinite peanuts and negative infinite peanuts. Now, at this point, a timeless, cosmic entity known as the Great Shelled One made its first appearance and stopped play until everyone either gave and or took their peanuts back. Play was stopped again in Season 3 during a game between the Charleston Shoe Thieves and the Los Angeles Tacos. Morrow Doyle was at bat for the Shoe Thieves with bases loaded and proceeded to hit a home run, scoring 4 runs in what Blaseball fans know to be called a grand slam. However, this time, something went wrong. The sheer power. The event was known as the Grand Unslam, something that went beyond what a slam is in the literal sense, with ripples so powerful that space-time... Side effects were numerous. The city of Los Angeles split into a theoretically infinite number of parallel Los Angeles, necessitating an emergency rebrand of the Los Angeles Tacos as the Unlimited Tacos. Also, at this time, the Tacos went from having one player called Wyatt Mason into everybody being called Wyatt Mason and then nobody being called Wyatt Mason. This event was known as the Wyatt Masoning. Around this time, Blaseball fans began reporting anomalies related to an unseen announcer, a ghost in the machine, if you will, or some kind of gestalt sportscaster, the existence of a second entity known as the microphone was hypothesized, as well as the possibility that this entity was Wyatt Mason. Your champions for Season 3, the Hades Tigers. Your champions for Season 4, the Hades Tigers! Don't get too excited, residents of Hades or Tigers. They haven't won a season since. I think I've got the reason why that is written down. Oh yeah, it's because they're not good enough at Blaseball. The next big shake-up occurred during Season 5, when Blaseball's 20 teams, previously divided into good and evil leagues, were redistributed into wild and mild leagues. The Mexico City Wild Wings ended up in the mild league, resulting in Blaseball's first ever lawsuit. Your champion for Season 5? The Chicago Firefighters! Couldn't have happened to a nicer or more flame-retardant team. Except, of course, the Hawaii Fridays, who are a nicer team, and the Miami Dale, who are a more flame-retardant team. Season 6 saw the introduction of idols to Blaseball, letting Blaseball fans pick their favorite player and earn coins every time that player struck the ball or pitched a batter out. So that was fun for a second. The Shelled One made it very clear that it would only be happy with the 3 most idolized players in Blaseball being the 3 athletes that it had remade in its image: Dan Holloway, Dan Bong, and Daniel Duffy, or as they were now known, Peanut Holloway, Peanut Bong, and Peanutial Duffy. The Blaseball community refused or forgot this request, and the Shelled One retaliated by taking the 3 players who were the most idolized and entombing them inside giant peanut shells. However, being gluttons for punishment and peanuts, the Blaseball community figured out a way to use this idol system to bring a player back from the dead. What they did was And so, Jalen Hotdog Fingers, the first player ever killed in Blaseball, came back from the dead. However, it turns out when you come back from the dead, the way Jalen did, a debt is created. Think of it like balancing a checkbook. I'm not clear on the specifics. I mean, I do have the specifics here, but this is like super long. Basically, in the course of pitching, Jalen would end up indirectly killing several hitters until their debt could be refinanced and consolidated, and then they were fine. Oh no, they actually died again, and then they were fine, maybe. They pitch for the Hawaii Fridays now. They're probably not fine. Your champions for Season 6? The Baltimore Crabs! Season 7 saw the creation of Blaseball's Hall of Flame, in which dead players are commemorated and fans can offer peanuts to them in a kind of literal peanut gallery. The excavation of the hall revealed Blaseball's third mysterious entity, a giant squid of indeterminate size and intelligence and moral fiber. We're still not sure a lot about this guy. He keeps the people in the Hall of Flame company, or protects them, or ignores them, but he seems chill, although he did once try to eat a person. Your champion for Season 7, the Mexico City Wild Wings. Your champion for Season 8, the Baltimore Crabs again. By the end of Season 8, competition between Blaseball's teams was heating up. In the Forbidden Book, it said that any team that had won the season 3 times would ascend. Nobody knew what that meant, but everybody was very excited. The Pies, Tigers, and Crabs had at this point won 2 seasons each, so the next season any of them won, that team would become Blaseball's first ascended team. At the end of Season 9, the Crabs looked sure to clinch their 3rd victory in a final against the underdog Charleston Shoe Thieves, only for the Shoe Thieves to go ahead and steal the finals out from under the Crabs, which was a terrific upset and a huge mistake, because this is the season where the Shelled One went nuts. After the finals of Season 9, the Shelled One created a new team by summoning 12 players from across the league who were, at that moment, trapped inside peanut shells, as well as its 3 peanut progeny. This new team was called the Shelled One's Pods, and proceeded to give the Charleston Shoe Thieves the most hellacious dumpstering Blaseball has ever seen. In very much the finale of the Discipline era, the Shelled One then announced that whoever won the next season would have one final chance to take on the Pods and save all of the league's players that the Shelled One was holding hostage. Your winner for Season 10 was actually the Baltimore Crabs this time. They stepped up to the plate and they got their ass beat again, exactly like the Shoe Thieves did. Worse, actually. They actually sucked worse than the Shoe Thieves. Really embarrassing time to be a Crab fan. This was Blaseball's darkest hour. Only for another new team to emerge. I think what happened here was the microphone, and in that moment, from the Hall of Flame emerged the Hall Stars. A new team made of Blaseball's most beloved incinerated players took to the field, ready to battle with the Shelled One's team of stolen, idolized players. The stage was set. Oh, they're gonna get you, Mr. Shelled One! I don't know if I can go on, man. You have to save Blaseball. Oh God, no, no! Not crying, no, not in Blaseball! Oh man, I will miss him. With the defeat of the Shelled One, the Discipline era was over. And the Crabs, having won the season, ascended. The Crabs were then replaced by new team, the Tokyo Lift, and play continued with Season 11. They don't pay me enough to talk about Season 11, and I won't do it. Your champions for Season 11? The Hellmouth Sunbeams! Now, to all you Beams fans watching this, I'm happy for you, but saying you're a champion because you won Season 11 is like saying you're a homeowner because you sleep in a haunted cave. The best thing that we can say about Season 11 of Blaseball is that it ended. And for the first time since the opening of the Forbidden Book, fans were offered a chance to write the future of Blaseball. Now under new ownership, peace and prosperity has returned to Internet League Blaseball. The future is bright. The future is fair play.